Let's talk.
What's up, guys? It's B Will for real, and there's something I need to get off my chest. There are some things that people be saying a lot that I don't understand why they say it. Or, like, there are some terms that people say that should just be killed off. Okay, for starters, let's talk about the word glazer. Okay, usually a glazer is aka somebody who dicks rides something, somebody who worships something. Like, usually by how I am when it comes down to video games and stuff, people will say I'm a Nintendo glazer or a Sonic glazer. Something I don't understand is, why do people call people glazers when they're glazers themselves? I remember talking to a bitch ass nigga about me getting the Switch 2, and he called me a Nintendo glazer, even though he is by far the biggest PlayStation meat writer of all time. Like, I don't know what was going through that bitch ass nigga's head for saying that shit, but bruh, by far, glazer has to be by far the most hypocritical term used by anybody, cause the type of people that will call you a glazer are the type of people that glaze themselves.
What did he say?
Well, not glaze themselves, but glaze things themselves. Like, for instance, I'm going to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't care what anybody say. I'm just gonna buy the Switch 2 and I just won't mod it because of Nintendo's new terms of service. I'm just not gonna mod it. Some people will call me a Nintendo glazer and they would tell me to get the Steam Deck. But if you're gonna call me a Nintendo glazer, aren't you a PC glazer? I mean, you glaze the Steam Deck, so wouldn't that make you a glazer also as well? You see how that stuff really don't work like that? Like, let's use PlayStation fanboys as an example, because PlayStation fanboys are bitch ass niggas. PlayStation fanboys would always badmouth Xbox users and call them Xbox glazers. Yet, this is coming from the same people that glaze PlayStation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Or better yet, it don't even have to be video games. It could be in terms of influencers. Like, with the whole NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk beef, like, when anybody speak out on any side, somebody's gonna get called a dick rider. If anybody say that they really don't like Youngboy, but they fuck with Lil Durk and OTF and King Von and all that shit, and some people call them a OTF glazer. But if anybody shows a little too much respect to NBA Youngboy, they're called a 4K Trey glazer. Like, the term glazer is by far the biggest, most hypocritical word used of all time. Let's use this as an example. Some people would call you Andrew Tate glazer because you agree with some of the things that Andrew Tate says. But this will be coming from the same people who probably glazed Drew Alpha Bitch, or however you say that fat bitch's name. And Drew Alfalfa or Drew Alfalfalo or whatever the fuck you say that bitch name. Like, people would call you a Tate glazer, especially the feminists, but they glaze her. Like, that shit don't make no sense. The term glazer should just get killed off immediately, because it's not only is it overused, but it's used poorly. People call you a glazer for liking something, meanwhile they like the other thing a little too much. But when you call them a glazer, they be like, oh, they're not a glazer. Like, I remember when the bitch ass nigga said some shit like that before. He called me a Nintendo glazer. I called him a PlayStation glazer, but he said he don't glaze PlayStation. So I brought up Xbox. He says he don't glaze Xbox. So I brought up PC. Well, he already brought up the fact that he don't like PC. So you're seriously gonna sit up here and tell me out of all the consoles and out of all the brands for consoles, you don't glaze none of them? You're lying. See, that's the thing. Anybody who says they ain't a glazer of anything, they're a fucking liar.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Like, if someone was to call you an Xbox glazer for glazing Xbox, and you call them a PlayStation glazer because they are, and they say they don't glaze nothing, they a fucking liar. Like, don't believe that shit. Do not believe that shit. They're just lying. But anyways, that'll be it for today's video. Like, I'm pretty sure I've made my point. But I'll see you guys next time I upload, cause that shit don't make no sense. But peace out.